What's going on, guys? Back to another video. Today I want to talk about Ahsoka episode 3. Excuse me if I look tired or groggy. I woke up like 15 minutes ago. I watched episode 3 last night, and much to my surprise, it pretty much picked up right where we left off. So we start off, spoiler warning, Sabine is training with Hu Yang. Ahsoka steps in and tries to teach her how to use her other senses. You know, I find it really odd that they're still trying to push this Sabine being a Jedi thing. I don't get why she's not good enough, or her being a Mandalorian isn't enough to just do the job. You know, like why do we need her to be a Jedi when she was a badass Mandalorian for 4 seasons of Rebels? I don't know, dude. But apparently, Ahsoka is just hell-bent that she can use the Force eventually. So Sabine swears up and down that she's not Force sensitive, that she doesn't have the Force, and Ahsoka's just like, the Force is in everyone. It makes no sense as to why nobody, not just everybody, can use the Force, you know? Don't come at us after seeing a character for this long of time and try to explain that they're Force sensitive, or that you can just use the Force if you train hard enough. Like, people don't really want to see that. Like, nobody's gonna be on board with that. She was perfectly fine being badass Mandalorian. We didn't need to hype her up and make her a Jedi out of nowhere for no reason, you know? Anyway, I digress. We see this long training sequence, which in my opinion kind of drug out way too long. I'm kind of like, okay, it's kind of boring. But that's pretty much my only hiccup with the episode, and I guess the show so far, is that they're just trying to do things that make no sense. But after that, they're on their way to the coordinates that they got when they tracked Morgan Elsbeth's ship. So they speak to Hera. Hera speaks to Mon Mothma, who is now Chancellor, and some of the senators about, you know, this potential threat that's happening, how they need to take this seriously. Pretty much everybody just says that Thrawn's dead. They don't have the resources to waste to send a task force and go looking for Ezra, who is presumed dead. So that conversation doesn't really end well. You know, more incompetence of the New Republic. You know, Hera gets offended that they didn't fight this war, you know, she and others did. So who are they to say what people can go where to help if there's a, you know, potential threat, crisis to the Republic? Anyway, we see her son, Jason, who oddly enough has green hair because people were talking about the Lego minifigure that has black hair. So they wonder why they changed it. And he says he wants to be a Jedi. He said, I heard Aunt Sabine's gonna be a Jedi. I want to be a Jedi. And she's like, I know. And he kind of had this sad look on her face. Well, if that's the case, why don't you train the kid who's probably Force sensitive because his dad was a Jedi, instead of trying to train some Mandalorian who is a Mandalorian and is almost 30 years old at this point? I don't know. She speaks to Ahsoka and tells her that the New Republic isn't going to send a task force on a ghost hunt, pretty much. Then the connection gets lost. Ahsoka and Sabine arrive at these coordinates for this planet, I forget the name of it, where where Morgan Elsbeth is building this big, you know, hyperspace ring. And they're immediately swarmed by Shin Hati, Marok, and some other thugs. So we get this pretty cool, you know, space battle. They pretty much take out everybody but Shin and Marok. Ahsoka's T6 shuttle is disabled, so she has to climb out of it and distract them so Sabine can get it up and running. And this scene was pretty cool. It gave me like some Clone Wars vibes, because that's just something crazy like that is something we'd see like an animated show. So she gets out and she's like, you know, on top of the T6 shuttle, and they're flying by, shooting at her. She's deflecting bullets. Or there's this one scene where she jumps and it kind of harkens back to Rey from The Rise of Skywalker. Well, she jumps and cuts like one of the wings or something off the starfighters, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed that scene. It gave me, like I said, animated vibes. Make it back into the ship. Everything gets going. Well, the planet that we saw in the last 2 episodes, the one with like the dark atmosphere and like the red trees where Morgan Elsbeth and Balin and all of them were, and they had that big temple and shrine or whatever. It's actually got Purrgil all in the atmosphere. So they're flying down through all these Purrgil, and Shin and Marok are after him and all that. It kind of leads me to this theory, which I'll go into in a moment. Anyway, they evade them and end up landing and turn off the ship. Well, the episode ends with Balin saying they're hiding in the forest. He tells his cronies or whatever to find them. So we're kind of left on a cliffhanger, so that's cool. We hear Marok speak, and he's got a weird, I don't know if it's a modulated voice with the helmet visor or whatever, or he's not human. It's not a voice you recognize, but it sounds pretty cool. So that, that's the first time we've heard him speak. Anyway, overall, good episode. I just have issues with them trying to make Sabine a Jedi. I feel like the climax of this show is going to be Sabine somehow getting her force powers. Like, why? I hate to be cynical, and I hate to be, like, I enjoy this. This is the best I've felt with live action Star Wars in a long time. But I hate to be nitpicky, but it's just something that's stupid, and it's unnecessary. There's no motive behind it. If there was a motive behind it, I could see it, but it's just like they're doing it because they feel like they need to, but it's like we missed out on everything prior that led up to this. So give us an explanation as to how this makes sense. Overall, I enjoyed the show, enjoyed the episode. Like I said, it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting a flashback episode, which would have been cool, but overall it was good. I don't think it was as good as the first 2 because obviously they were much longer. But going back to my theory, which I think is pretty much obvious, but Morgan Elsbeth is going to use the Purrgil to find Thrawn, and that's why she built this giant hyperspace ship that they've even said is capable of traveling to different galaxies. It's huge, and I think that's obviously what she's going to do, use the Purrgil, because they can, travel through hyperspace even further, than what we even know. So that's why she's in this area where I guess they rest or nest, or I don't know. And that's how she's gonna find Thrawn, I believe. It's pretty cool. Like I said, seeing him in live action was cool, and I didn't expect it. I think that's all. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm still optimistic about this. Like I said, I don't wanna just turn my back on it just because the whole Sabine being a Jedi thing. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and I don't get it. But ultimately, I don't care enough about the character to be like, it's the end of the world. I don't get it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. May have a surprise video coming tomorrow. Waiting on something coming in the mail, so we'll see. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Check out more videos, and if you haven't, like and subscribe. See ya.